Phil, I guess first injury reports. Sergey's not been out there the last couple of days.
Yeah, yeah.
What's up with him? Noah Allen, and anything else you care to share with us?
Well, Noah's got an MCL. He's probably going to be out for probably 4 to 5 weeks. He got a kick in training. Sergi got a kick on his knee. He's going to be out the game tomorrow, but he's probably going to be back early next week. So we're not too concerned about that one. Anyone else?
I don't know. You tell me.
Uh,
Ryan?
Ryan's back. Yeah, Ryan will get minutes tomorrow in the scrimmage. So we're in really good shape. I think we've had a nice week. The players got their 3 days off after Sarasota, which came at the right time, and they've come back in real. Uh, they've come back really fresh, and we split the preseason up into 2 phases, and this is the most important one because it's now. Are we 15 days, 16 days before the start of the season, where you can see now the competitiveness of their scene. Every time there's two teams, they're looking at which team they're on, and they're looking at their counterpart to say, I've got to be better than you to get in the team. So we've got 3 games this week that's going to be massively important to get major minutes for a group that need 90 minutes now, and then for players that are playing catch up, they need to get minutes in all 3 games. So our aim at the start of the season was to have everybody fit come the 25th of February, and touch wood, it's looking pretty good, bar Noah.
What did you learn from Sarasota? How did that week go in the game against New England? What did you learn from that?
Well, I think that the trip to Sarasota was more about the social side, and what we saw is that the new players integrated so well. Sergi, in football teams, in any sports team, you have these funny initiation nights where you sing a song, tell a story, allow them to let their hair down a little bit, and we had a couple of nights like that, and really just spending time away from their houses, meaning that they're forced to go for coffees and spend time together, go to the beach, train, and then go on a bus together to a training facility or back to the hotel, which meant that really friendships, bonds, relationships are born, and we found it really, really beneficial. The owners then invited us round to their house on Tuesday night, which was just a special evening to be, it was an evening where you felt privileged to be part of Inter Miami, because they wanted to be a family, and they invited us into their home, Jose and Jorge. And it was just a night where the whole club came together, and you realise, particularly for the younger players or for the new players, that this club is going to be and is something special.
How about the new players who have come? What have you seen from them? And Joseph, how does he look? And the
Yeah.
Argentine players.
Well,
Sergey?
they're all good singers. That's the one.
Oh,
Yeah, I
okay.
think we didn't do that as part of their scouting
I
report,
think
but
you did,
but
maybe.
but they're all really good singers. But no, they got good personalities, and I feel as if this week, Franco, Joseph, Nico, after probably having spent 7 to 10 days of bedding in, they're now just beginning to feel part of the group. They're now just beginning to understand relationships, bonds on the pitch, connections with other players. And you can see with the noise, it's better than what it was 10 days ago, but it does take time. Other teams in the MLS and around the world, when you get into pre-season, it takes time to build relationships. But I think we're seeing them fitter and faster, and closer to where we want to get them to.
With the number 10s that you have, especially now with Alejandro being gone and moving on from that,
Yeah.
what are you looking for from that role with the different guys you have? Because each kind of provides a little bit something different.
Yeah, well, I suppose the focus for the last 2 years has been more on our number 10s, whether it was Gonzalo, Pizarro, or Pozuelo. I think the focus this year will probably be more on our number 9s, because we seem to have 6, 7 number 9s. So I think that's where we're putting most of our efforts into the number 9s. We've obviously got a foundation and security behind, and quality behind in terms of our 8s and 6s. So I think the main focus for this team this year is that we're probably set on playing two centre forwards, 2 strikers. With the way that we've built the roster, we want to be attacking, we want to be a goal threat, we want to score more goals, and I think what you'll see is that we're gonna play probably every game with 2 centre forwards. So we're gonna find a system and a way of playing that suits us with 2 centre forwards and getting more goal threat.
With his previous spell with the club, Pizarro did play that role. In the preseason games that we've seen, at least, you've had him back a little further. Do you see him as a 10, or do you see him a little more holding?
Yeah, well, I see more probably playing with 2 8s probably. I think his ability to take the ball under pressure and to run with the ball and move with the ball, similar to Stefanelli. I think we've got real competition for places there, and Bryce Duke. So we're going to have a real selection problem come the Montreal game on the 25th. So yeah, I see Rodolfo sometimes playing up there as a 2 when maybe we haven't got one available, or we need to rotate in the games. I think you think about football nowadays, it's not just the 11 that you pick. The 11 that you pick probably aren't the most important. It's the 5 that you're going to bring on that are going to be the game changers. So the rosters and the squad are going to have to get used to that it's not just about the 11 players now. It's about picking the best 15, 16 to help you win a game of football. And I think we saw that last year, that in the last 10 to 12 games of the season, the 5 substitutes that we made won us all the games. So they were the most important players.
What have you seen from Stefanelli?
He's a really good player. I think Inter Miami fans need to be excited. I think he's going to be a really good player. He's 3-4 weeks behind everyone. So but he can play in any position. His ability to take the ball, he can find a pass. His performance in New England last week, I thought, he's probably our best player, and he's a real goal threat. I'm expecting goals from him this season.
Do you expect any more roster changes between now and February 25th?
I don't think the shop is closed for us, as we say in England. I think we're always looking to improve the squad. But what I would say is that this group of players and this roster that we've got at this moment in time, I think we've got incredible depth and great quality. And if this is the roster that's going to go into the first part of the season, I'll be more than happy.
Do you expect that this is maybe the first, or do you think there will be a change?
We're hoping maybe for one more change, but it's one where everything's going to have to fall right for us, and we're going to have to pray that it comes off. But I think that's what being in this, that's what's, when you talk about recruitment, a lot of it is down to a little bit of luck here and there. You look at the way that we got Pozuelo or Joseph, you don't scout those types of situations. You just, it falls on your lap and you make a call and you have to do the trade. So we're hoping for maybe one more piece of business, but like I say, it's probably 70-30 not, but you just never know.
Would that involve your 3rd designated player spot open?
No.
Good. Can I just ask one more?
Yeah.
The league had talked earlier this week about potentially going to 18 playoff teams. I didn't know if you had heard this.
18?
Yeah, 18, 9 and 9 in each conference.
Okay.
I didn't know if you had heard this or.
Honestly, I've heard that many permutations. Our goal at the start of the year was to finish the year with a home playoff. So I hope that's still the case. I've got to say, and this is totally against probably the question, but I think that Apple TV is going to be sensational this year. I really do. I think the player profiles of each club, and I think obviously we're working really hard at that. The players have just have 2 days of total media content, building that. So I think in terms of where the league wants to go and is heading, I think the deal to sign with Apple TV, I think it's going to be fantastic for the whole of the league throughout the whole of the world. And I think the content and you think about the content and the access now that you guys are going to get and people around the world are going to get, I think is going to take this league to another level. So I think that's really exciting. Thank you.